Hi, everyone. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Luke West Pulley, Blake Griffin alongside Blake. We're starting to get towards the end of that feeling out process of the summer collegiate season. The Joes get experience with a win on day one, a loss on day two. Now here we are on day three, and things are really starting to move into kind of the heart of this season as we get into the later parts of this first week.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to feel each other out, trying to find the right lineups, just trying to nail things down here in the first week. Got a great win in day one, a little bit of a tough loss to take yesterday, but, just looking to rebound and, keep things rolling.
Yeah, 1-1 for the Joes. Today they will face off against the 0-2 Grand Lake Mariners, who made the trip down from Salina. Grand Lake new to the South Division this year after moving down from the North a season ago. These teams haven't met in a few years. Obviously, much different rosters than what we saw a few years ago. Probable pitchers for the Hamilton Joes. Noah Tincher out of St. Joseph's University in Hamilton, Ohio, is going to make his first start of the season. And for Grand Lake, it'll be Gabriel Torres out of New Mexico Junior College. That is the probable starter for the Mariners, who will take the mound today. So, Blake, any keys you can think of for this Joes team as we move into the final game of this homestand?
I think the biggest thing is going to be free passes today with the pitchers. Saw a lot of free passes yesterday. A lot of guys left on base for the offense, and then a lot of errors. Again, just a feeling out process still, but those things are going to be key to the Joes' victory today.
Yeah, just some numbers to put with those things that Blake just said. 5 errors for the Joes yesterday and 16 guys left on base. Little inopportune for Hamilton. They'll look to clean things up as they move into the game today. Hamilton and Grand Lake here from Foundation Field. This has been the Fitness Center pregame. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. Kettering Health starting lineups and first pitcher next on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Broadcast Network. Joes fans, pay a visit to Alley's on the River for a night of family fun. Visit them in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-895-0186. Alley's on the River, proud partner of your Hamilton Joes. Joes fans, pay a visit to Canes in Fairfield. Before or after any Joes game, visit them at 5120 Dixie Highway behind the Fairfield High School Stadium or give them a call at 513-815-4414.
Frank's Glass is a family-owned glass company that has served the tri-state area for over 50 years. We are a full-service glass company providing automobile, residential, and commercial glass. Whether you need to replace a windshield, a broken window pane, or have a new shower door installed, you can count on Frank's Glass to do the job right. We're located on Route 4, Dixie Highway. We are 2 blocks north of Jungle Gyms on the opposite side of the road. For more information, contact 513-829-8284. For 50 years and counting, Envision Partnerships has been dedicated to the creation of a healthy, safe, and drug-free environment throughout all of Butler County. For more information, our location is 2935 Hamilton Mason Road, and the phone number is 513-868-2100.
Chick-fil-A in Fairfield, Ohio, your proud sponsor of the Joes. Find them at 6305 South Gilmore Street in Fairfield, Ohio, or call them at 513-860-1915. Find their menu at chickfila.com.
A local mainstay since 1948, Chester's Pizza has been a longtime member of the Hamilton community. You can visit them at 2929 Dixie Highway in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-892-1973. Canes of Hamilton is back for their second season as a sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. You can visit them at 1479 Main Street in Hamilton or call them up at 513-525-5650. Canes, proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Looking for the best flooring selections and expertise? Shop local with United Floor Fashions. When it comes to flooring, there's not much that we don't do and do well. Call us for all your flooring needs at 513-829-7024 or visit us at 5415 Dixie Highway in Fairfield, Ohio. Find out why so many families and businesses in southwestern Ohio have come to rely on United Floor Fashions to fill their flooring needs. Pefferly Tire and Automotive Service is a 2-generation family-owned and operated repair shop. In operation for almost 30 years, Pefferly is your stop for honest and trustworthy technicians. Come and see us for all of your automotive and tire needs at 990 Main Street in Hamilton or call us at 513-894-0025. Noonan's is your small-town destination for beer, wine, spirits, cigarettes, cigars, and more. Noonan's takes pride in serving customers throughout Hamilton, Millville, Butler County, New Miami, and Fairfield, Ohio area. Find us at 1350 Main Street in Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-868-8300.
Joe's fans, pay a visit to Miller Coors Beverage Company for all of your beverage needs. Visit them at 2525 Wayne Madison Road in Trenton. You can call them up at 513-844-4601, or you can visit their website at molsoncoors.com.
McDonald's, your proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. Visit us at 1331 Northwest Washington Boulevard, Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-887-6557.
With skilled specialists and leading-edge technology, Kettering Health Hamilton helps you get life-saving care when you need it most. Our team is experienced with a number of different services and can help you with any healthcare needs you have. Find us at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-867-2000. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hello and welcome everybody to Hamilton, Ohio, here at Foundation Field between a GLSCL matchup between the Grand Lake Mariners and the Hamilton Joes. The Joes just had a very good national anthem singing. Brought on a lady who was very good with the pipes. But they're doing the national anthems here at the park. We will do the same. Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Kettering Health, proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Batting first for the Joes, playing in center field, going to be Grant Miller. Parker Lester will take up the two-hole, the first baseman for the Joes tonight. Andrew Patrick starting in right field for the Joes, batting third. Batting fourth, Riley Hawthorne, DHing today. Batting fifth, Evan Ulrich, the catcher for the Joes. Batting sixth, Clay Badalak, the shortstop, making his first appearance at short this season. Walker Bridges again gets his second start in a row, playing third base. Caden Konzak makes another appearance in the lineup. Batting eighth, playing left field. Tristan Melvin making his Hamilton Joes debut down at the 9-hole, playing second base. And on the mound, going to be Noah Tincher making his first appearance on the season. Luke, a little warmer today. Beautiful skies. I got a beautiful national anthem. Just ready to see some baseball.
Yeah, this is just a really great day. Definitely the best day we've seen in this early part of the season. Just some kind of small clouds spotting the sky, but not too hot or humid. The ball was flying today really well in BP, not too thick in the air. So, yeah, really excited. Should be a pretty good crowd on hand here this evening. And, yeah, Joe's looking to rebound after a tough loss yesterday. Some pieces are moving around, and they're kind of still figuring out where guys are going to fall into place, as is the case in early season. But, yeah, big chance for a nice victory here, and really excited to see our first, one of the hometown guys, Noah Tincher from St. Joseph's University, on the mound for the Joes. He redshirted for the Hawks this past season, but as I mentioned, a local guy from Hamilton, Ohio, played for the Baden Rams. It was an all-GCL co-ed selection his senior year of high school, and that lefty with kind of the almost three-quarter release. We talked to Ryan Finnerty about him, said he's got great off-speed stuff and just really nice to see on the mound. Joe's got some good options on the mound with those lefties. They got a couple of guys that can throw from the left side. And so really excited to see Tincher make his Joe's debut as he will start this evening.
Yeah, a couple of Joe's debuts around the field. Got Tristan Melvin out there at second base. So going to be interesting just to see in general how the Joes are going to handle that today.
Absolutely, and this is a Grand Lake team also that has a few guys making debuts. They're sitting at 0-2 right now, but Grand Lake, I believe, has only played 10 guys through their first 2 games. So pretty similar lineups through the first couple of days, but now we're going to see 3 new guys in the batting order for the Mariners.
First one going to be Adam Ebling. Adam Ebling as the first pitch of the game, going to miss high and away for ball number 1. Ebling playing at third base as we'll watch 1-1. Tincher coming right after him, back-to-back fastballs right there.
And Ebling's a guy who's definitely not making his debut, leads the team in average at .429 through the first 2 games.
Takes a big rip at that one, going to swing right over the top of that one. First time we saw a little off-speed, pulled the string on that one. Did Noah Tincher. See if we see that again with 2 strikes or if he'll come back with a fastball. The 1-2. Gonna miss low, kind of bounced away from the catcher, Evan Ulrich. Again, making another stop appearance behind the plate is Evan Ulrich. We'll see if he can have quite the day they did the other timeout. Did record, I believe, a caught stealing in that first game, as that one is a big swing over the top, gonna require a 2-3 put out. And we'll get that as Ulrich fires over to Cal Brazier over there at first. Or rather, Parker Lester, rather. Was so used to Brazier playing first base. But that is the beer batter already. The first guy comes in, gets punched out, and it looks like Tincher's off to a good start.
Yeah, Tincher looking really comfortable on the mound through that first at-bat.
So 1 away here in the top of the first as Noah Tincher seems to be on a roll. Going to bring up Sam Seeker. We'll watch that one miss inside 2-0. Seeker going to be your center fielder for the Mariners as we get a check over. Let's say no, he did not go. First lefty that we've seen in the lineup facing Tincher. We'll see how the breaking stuff works with him as we see a very big swing and a miss there early. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. As another swing and a miss. That's, if I count it, 5 swings and misses that we've seen in the first 2 batters from Tincher. Looks like he's got some real good swing and miss stuff here early. We hope to see that continue. The Joe's starters have been very good the first 2 games as the 2-2. Going to paint the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks. This one looking. We got another K on the board. This one backwards. And Tincher in an absolute groove right now.
Yeah, and the thing with Tincher is that he's got a really nice 1-2 pitch mix because he's got a really good pitch that can run, and then he's also got that slider. So that first pitch comes inside. But again, was talking to Coach Finnerty about it, and he said both of those pitches kind of sit in the same spot until they're pretty close to the plate, and they end up basically on opposite sides of the zone, and that's what's made Tincher's off-speed stuff really difficult to hit through the early goings.
Down in the count, 2-0 to Voorhees, Manny Voorhees, first baseman for the Grand Lake Mariners, as that one's hit softly in the air. Going to get over the head of Tristan Melvin and into right field. Patrick will field it, and Manny Voorhees will have the first run of the day, or runner of the day for either team.
Yeah, I think Melvin may have kind of lost the footing there as he dropped back from the turf on the infield to the outfield grass. There's a little bit of a bump there, and it looked like he just kind of stumbled, couldn't make an attempt at that one.
And Tincher right back to it, pounding that outside corner. with consistency here early, and you love to see that, especially with the swing and miss stuff that he's got so far, as that one's hit softly, takes a weird hop, and off of Walker Bridges over there at first base. Looked like he might have got some spin on that and kind of spun weird off the turf, but it'll put another base runner on for the Mariners here with 2 outs in the first.
Yeah, we'll see how that's scored. That was probably going to be a pretty difficult play for Bridges to make over there at third. It's going to be an error.
Yeah, error, E5. So we'll give Bridges an error on the game as the first pitch paints the inside corner. Really doing a really good job finding both ends of the plate here in this first inning. Saw the outside corner being hit, and now the inside corner going to come over and get 2 straight strikes. So error is the one thing that kind of plagued the Joes yesterday. And it looks like Tincher's going to have a chance to kind of nip one in the butt and pick up Bridges, and we'll do just that. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Noah Tincher. As he's in a groove, we'll go to the bottom half of the first here in Hamilton, Ohio. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield, or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Bottom half of the first inning, going to be Miller, Lester, and Patrick to face off against Gabriel Torres. A little bit on Gabriel Torres over there, Luke.
Yeah, Gabriel Torres at a New Mexico junior college pitched 11 2/3 innings this season, 11 earned runs, 9 walks to 17 strikeouts. He's making his debut for the Mariners this evening.
And we'll see that a little bit in this coming week with everybody getting their first appearance for their teams. Grant Miller making his first start since Tuesday, went 1 for 4 in that game. And the first pitch of the evening for Torres is going to be in there for strike number 1.
Torres is rising sophomore, 6'2", 220 out of El Paso, Texas.
Down on the border. The 0-1. Hit on the ground, but kind of softly. Going to be a relatively easy play. All said and done. Jacob Damon not having to struggle too much on that one, as it looked like maybe a little jammed on there from Grant Miller.
Yeah, that one just kind of came in on the hands. So, weak ground out. Parker Lester up to the plate. Parker said he was feeling really good today after BP. He was seeing the ball really well.
We'll see how that pays off here. First pitch to him. Going to be on the outside corner. So it looks like that outer third maybe going to be a little bit more expanded. And rightfully so. I kind of like that outer third as a catcher. Kind of like getting those calls. But I know the batter's going to have a little bit of struggle with that as that comes in and even the kind of 1-1.
Yeah, we saw that in the last inning, too. This zone's going to be a little bit bigger today.
So a lot of mini adjustments at the plate all over. seeing a righty instead of David Go yesterday, who started as a lefty. That one's chopped back up the middle. Again, going to call Danman's number. Had some trouble getting out of his glove, but able to get it over there in time. And Parker Lester's retired to put 2 outs on the board.
Batting third, right fielder number 8, Andrew Patrick.
So 2 outs and a relatively quick inning so far for Gabriel Torres. We'll bring up Andrew Patrick, the right fielder for the Joes. Going to need him to maybe draw this at bat a little longer. Gabriel Torres only up to 5 pitches through 2. The first pitch to him will be in there for a strike. Andrew Patrick went 0 for 4 yesterday. Did walk in the first inning. Stole a base, came around to score, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look back on that one. Was left and stranded at third, rather. As that one's hit high into the air. A little bit of trouble with the sun. But Danman going back. Going to make the catch. So 3 plays from Danman. Calling his number consistently as Gabriel Torres gets out of the inning with 6 pitches. We go to the top of the second inning. Nothing our score. We'll be right back on the Hamilton Joes All Wealth radio broadcast.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations. From burgers to pizza to sushi, experience all the flavors of Bridgewater Falls. Bridgewater Falls is located just off the Butler County Veterans Highway, Ohio 129, at the corner of Princeton Road and Bypass 4. Come experience.
Top of the second inning. Going to be Carson Clark to lead things off. Clark, DeHaan, and Green here in the top half of the second as Noah Tincher looks to keep things going for the Joes. The first pitch will miss off the plate. Clark DHing. Had a little trouble trying to get him in the roster earlier as he was listed as number 0 on their roster, but was able to rectify that situation. 2-0 to him. And that'll miss low. So lefty-lefty, you'd like to see Tincher do a little better getting his lefty matchup, but we'll see how he comes back here. The 3-0 going to paint the inside corner. Looks to be living on the corners, living and dying by the corners, it seems here early. As that one on the other side. Fills the count at 3-2, working all the way back here is Noah Tincher. As Carson Clark asking maybe if that was the edge of the zone. But full count. Paints it. Catches him looking, froze him for out number 1. Another strikeout for Noah Tincher. Make that 4 strikeouts back-to-back. Looking. We'll bring up Tyler DeHaan.
Yeah, Tincher's been pretty sneaky. You mentioned the swing and miss pitches, but now 3 looking strikeouts.
So that one will break the strikeout putouts as that is hit into center field. Ranging over there is Badalak, who will retire DeHaan on 1 pitch.
That one be a home run and a phone booth.
That's got to be one of my favorite sort of sound bits that we play.
I tried hard not to laugh.
I believe that's from Major League.
A home run in a phone booth.
Home run in a phone booth. That was hit high into the air. We'll bring up Brandon Green, who will square to bunt, but get out of the way of that one. Green, the catcher for the Mariners. And we've seen catchers have sneaky speed in the first 2 games. Saw the Xenia Scouts catcher steal a base. He'll watch that one on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strikes, nobody out. And still a 0-0 ball game here in the second. Noah Tincher dealing so far as he'll get another swing and a miss on that one and move ahead in the count 1-2. Looking for strikeout number 5 and his second in the inning. Get a time call. Tincher back at it. 1-2. Almost breaks the bat as maybe a tough play for Badalek. Actually, Green wasn't running very hard out of the box. More concerned with his bat on that one, but that'll be 1-2-3 again for Noah Tincher. We'll go to the home half of the second. Running quick here in Hamilton. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Bottom of the second, Hamilton Joes Baseball is brought to you by All Wealth Federal Credit Union. Visit one of the 2 locations in Hamilton or visit allwealth.com for special offers today. All Wealth, proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. We'll bring up 4, 5, and 6 for the Joes to try to put some more pitches on Gabriel Torres after having a very clean, very quick first inning. That'll do just that. Rifled back up the middle from Riley Hawthorne. That'll be the first hit of the game for the Joes, getting that monkey off the back. I think that's the first time the Joes have recorded a hit in the first 2 innings this season.
Yeah, I think maybe even first 3.
I think the 3rd inning in the first game, and then yesterday I think we were no hit till the 4th.
Yeah, so a single by Hawthorne actually with 2 outs in the 3rd came in the opening night, and then no hits until the 4th yesterday.
So look at Hawthorne getting another chance, calling his number yet again after not playing yesterday. But the first pitch to Evan Ulrich will be in there for strike 1, as he'll look to continue what has been a good season so far. That one almost looked like it crossed up Green. He kind of went down to block that one, caught him in no man's land, but not talking to his pitcher Torres at all on that one. So I guess we'll consider it the right pitch, but it looked like it caught him off guard. 1 ball, 1 strike to Clay Badalak, as that'll be a swing and a miss. Ulrich back to the pitcher, go to second for 1, and across, in time rather, as I thought Evan Ulrich had the speed to beat that one out. So 1-4-3, gonna go down on that one. Pitcher's best friend had to do the work himself, but that's kind of deflating for the Joes. kind of the moral of the story yesterday. There was runners left on, unable to make good at-bats with runners on base. We got Clay Badalak. As Gabriel Torres opens the back door here early on Badalak. That's a pretty good sweep and slider, it looks like. As the 0-1 set in the center field, going back is Seeker. Will settle under it, make the catch for out number 3. So rather quick so far. We seem to be in a bit of a pitcher's duel. Going to the top half of the third inning. Noah Tincher coming back on the mound. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast. Top half of the third inning. Going to be 9-1-2. Nicoluk, Ebeling, and Seeker for the Mariners. 9-1-2 to face Noah Tincher, who's been really good so far. Has struck out everybody but 2 for outs. Allowed the 1 hit. And then Starrett reached on the air, but kind of a means business type of guy up there on the mound, kind of just getting the ball back and is immediately back on the mound. He's ready to go, getting signs, working rather quickly, and has Nicoluk down 0-2. Trying to find that inside corner, but unsuccessful on that one as Nicoluk had to jump out of the way. Andrew Nicoluk, the shortstop for this Mariners team, as that one finds the outside corner. There it is. Another strikeout for Tincher.
Yeah, he's already got, that's 5 now, and 4 of them have been looking, too. You strike out 5 guys the first time through the order. Grand Lake having trouble figuring out Noah Tincher right now.
Lineup flips over. You hear the crowd cheer because this is the beer batter. The discount on beers here at Foundation Field if the beer batter strikes out in an inning. But Ebeling, as we mentioned, with the strikeout as Tincher falls behind 2-0. Saw big swings and misses from Adam Ebeling, including the big one for strike 3 as the 2-0 comes in. Going to miss outside. We did see this from Tincher in the last inning when he fell behind 3-0, came all the way back to record the strikeout. As Ebeling will foul that one off. Swinging on 3-0, getting the green light. Quite similar ball of that. Just to go out and get your pitch. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Tincher will miss inside. So an early base runner in the inning with 1 out. Did see 2 base runners in the first from the Mariners, but those coming with 2 outs and did not pass second base. But 1 out as we're going to pick off move, trying to keep Ebeling as close as possible. Do we have stolen bases on Ebeling? Not currently.
0 for 1.
0 for 1.
Yep.
That's what I like to hear. And Evan with an absolute hose behind the plate. Believe already one caught stealing on this season. First pitch, attempting to bunt, able to pull back in time, I suppose, was Sam Seeker. Looked like he might have pulled that one a little late, but Sam Seeker, part of the first 2 strikeouts of the game from Noah Tincher, with Ebling and Seeker in the first, and Voorhees and Starrett reached.
Pitcher in the Joes bullpen warming up.
Rather slowly.
Yeah,
Not a lot of urgency. That one's hit on the ground. Could be 2. First for 1. He'll have to tag. That ball gets away from Badalak. But nothing doing. Ebling will advance to second as it looked like Lester just kind of just tried to be a little too cute on that one. Maybe, should have gone and got that, but able to get the 1 out at first, and that's what we'll take and move the count to 2 outs.
Yeah, I think the base runner also might have been a little bit in his way as he tried to go over to second. It's going to be a close play anyway, and without the force needing the tag, that wasn't necessarily a likely play anyways.
That one is sent high into the air, but well foul over onto the smaller baseball field.
That's the first time tonight that a Grand Lake batter, albeit foul, has really found good contact on Tincher. Even the balls they've put in play have been, pretty weak contact. We saw that single in the first inning, but nothing really hit too hard off Tincher.
The 0-1 going to find that outside corner. Taken was Voorhees. We mentioned the hit that came earlier in the game. That's from Manny Voorhees, who sits at the plate, but sits down 0-2 as Tincher looks for strikeout number 6 here in this 3rd inning. And he'll get it. Blows the fastball by him. As we go to the home half of the 3rd, still tied at 0. It'll be Walker Bridges, Konzak, and Melvin as we're right back with the bottom half of the 3rd. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com. The Casual Pint is a community and neighborhood craft beer spot located in Hamilton that provides a vast selection of the best craft beers the region has to offer. They also offer a great selection of food options from appetizers to entrees, so if you just need a snack while you socialize or want to enjoy lunch or dinner, they have something that will hit the spot. Go online and order at hamilton.thecasualpint.com or go to their location located on 130 Riverfront Plaza. That is 130 Riverfront Plaza in Hamilton, Ohio. Proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Home half of the 3rd, Bridges, Konzak, and Melvin as the Joes look to break a run across here in the 3rd. 1 hit apiece between these 2 teams, but Gabriel Torres has commanded the Joes so far. That one's hit right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. In fact, a diving effort from Nikoluk out there at shortstop. Gets past his glove, and that'll trickle into center field for the first hit of the inning.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if there was anything said pregame from the coaching staff to this Joes team about going after pitches early in at-bats, because we've seen that from almost every single batter, and it's paid off a couple of times. There it pays off for Bridges, but yeah, the Joes have not shied away in this one from trying to take a gander at one of the first couple of pitches.
You definitely see that in the pitch count, with Torres being at 14 pitches here in the 3rd inning. As the first pitch to Caden Konzak will be on the outside corner. That's one of the risks you take, especially with trying to be aggressive, is that sometimes you're going to keep the pitch count low, and especially in the early days in this league, you might see him go a little bit longer for innings. As that's going to be a back pick. He'll be off the bag. A throw. We're going to run down here at Foundation Field, tagged in time, and Walker Bridges will be hung out to dry. I believe if you're scoring that at home, that's 2-3-6 for the put out. So to go down as a strike, Caden Konzak will now hit with 1 out and nobody on. Or 1-1 rather. As we see the breaking ball try to find that outside corner from Torres. That's the second breaker that we've seen from Torres. Saw a slider earlier. Now we see more of a 10-8, 12-6 sort of curveball there as the 2-1 going to miss upstairs. I believe that's the first time we've seen the back pick come into effect for the Joes. Saw a couple teams over the last couple of games try to back pick some of us. As that one clips the outside corner. Count runs full. Gabriel Torres going to be throwing his 20th pitch of the game here to Caden Konzak with 1 out in the bottom of the third. That one's set in the left field. On it is Seeker, and will make the play for out number 2. Doing a good job finding the gaps so far. Saw that in batting practice. Didn't see a lot of balls leave the yard for BP, but did see a lot of gaps, which is what we love to see, because gaps will lead to home runs eventually. But an F8 for out number 2 will bring up Tristan Melvin, making his Hamilton Joes debut. And the first pitch to him finds the inside corner for the first strike of the AB. Tristan Melvin, 6 foot 185, a sophomore out of Coker College. If I am recalling, I believe we have another guy from Coker on our team. But down to the count 0-2. Here's Gabriel Torres, hunts for his first strikeout of the game. A little bit of a pause at the top. We'll miss upstairs. The count will move to 1-2. We start to see that a little bit sometimes with guys trying to throw off rhythms, holding at the top. Most notably Johnny Cueto, who did just about anything to try to throw off your rhythm. As that one's hit hard over the glove of Daneman and into right center field. On his horse is Melvin. Going to try to stretch this into 2, and he will do just that.
Wow.
Looked over at him, and he was just not stopping. I don't know if that was from Ryan Finnerty, who has a rather big smile over there in the first base coaching box.
He and Coach Thaman at third base are exchanging some words across the diamond. Yeah, there was no hesitation there. I don't know if maybe there just wasn't great reaction. That one was kind of hit over the head of Daneman at second base. Maybe the fielders thought that he might be able to get that, and so there wasn't as fast of a pursuit out there in the outfield. But yeah, no hesitation from Melvin, and great base running, heads up stuff.
So the double, as I just delivered our stats guy, is a double. Earns himself 2 bags on that one. We'll put a runner in scoring position with 2 outs and flips the lineup over for Grant Miller. We'll look for his first trip on today. And a big RBI for the Joes. Going to be a bunt attempt, and it's going to be a good one. They'll let it go, and it will die just out into foul territory. That one definitely had potential to be almost Casey Fink-esque. But Grant Miller, who we saw show off the speed in this first start on Tuesday. No, he has it. But 0-2 on Grant Miller as he'll look to put the Joes on the board here early. So that one's in the dirt. Tristan Melvin thought about it, but Green able to corral it in time, and will keep him over there So Green's been good behind the plate so far. I haven't seen him have to make any extenuous sort of plays so far, but has been good at keeping things in front so far. Melvin with a big lead, but nothing doing as that one's fouled back. Melvin has come out and immediately has been aggressive on the base paths. Taking second right there, has probably one of the biggest secondary leads that I've seen a guy have, especially in a debut. But looking to make an impact for the Joes here early. As the 1-2, gonna miss upstairs.
Well, he's already shown, too, that he's unafraid on the base paths, so.
For better or for worse, I suppose. But 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second here. This nothing ball game. In the bottom of the third, this will be pitch number 30. Melvin takes off, but Miller fouls it off at the plate. Melvin with the great jump. Been timing up Torres this entire at-bat, and maybe even before, as I know that happens a lot in the dugout. So I believe that might have even happened with Parker Lester, or Walker Bridges rather, earlier in this inning. Maybe he thought he had some sort of timing, but was thrown off, was hung out to dry after a back pick came in from Green. But 2 balls, 2 strikes again. As that one's set in the center field. Rather softly, that's going to get down. They're going to wave around Melvin. The throw from Seeker off the mound. And that'll spell a Joe's lead early. Beautiful piece of hitting from Grant Miller. Seemed to be a little out in front on that one, but flicks it into center field for a single and an RBI. I think that's the second time that we've seen the mound play a little bit of a factor in these first 3 games. That one probably more than the rest, as that one bounced off the mound, shot straight up. We'll bring Parker Lester to the plate with an RBI opportunity again for the Joes. That one going to bounce away, not quite enough for Grant Miller to advance. Parker Lester, part of the 2 groundouts back-to-back for the Joes. Miller and Lester both grounded out to start things off for the Joes. As that one misses off the plate. 1 stolen base on the season for Grant Miller. And if I look back on my scorecard, could have had 2, but had to cross one off after, I believe it was batter's interference. Had to go back to second. As that one misses off the plate, moves it to 3-0. So Torres, who has been good his first 2 innings, and even somewhat in his first 2 outs of this inning, about 2 2/3 really well, has kind of succumbed to the Joes, as that one's hitting the left field. Seeker will give way to Starrett, who kind of took a couple of crap steps out there in left field, but will make the catch as we go to the top of the third. The Joes now leading 1-0 as we finally get a lead here for the Joes. We'll be right back here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
Joes fans, Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Top of the 4th, as the Joes have grabbed an early lead leading 1-0 off of a Grant Miller RBI single in the bottom half of the third. We'll bring a new pitcher to the mound for the Joes. Going to be John Rutz. A little bit on Rutz over there, Luke.
Yeah, John Rutz, the 6'1", 190 sophomore from Westchester, Ohio. Plays for Tiffin University, got redshirted by the Dragons this season. He did not record any time on the mound. Coming in relief of Noah Tincher, who was really good through those first 3 innings, Blake.
Yeah, it was really good. You see it with the 3 zeros, just the 1 hit. A couple of kind of unfortunate base runners here and there, but was really good, aside from kind of keeping the pitch count low. Finished with 43, and we'll look to see this end going lefty to another lefty here with John Rutz. I believe, actually, I looked him up. It might be Jack, or one of the guys is John. That's supposed to be Jack. I don't know if it's Rutz, but we'll keep calling him John Rutz because that's what he is in the roster, and they fill out the rosters themselves. We'll bring up Starrett, Danneman, and Clark, 4, 5, and 6 for the Grand Lake Mariners. As the first pitch fouled to the backstop.
Yeah, final line for Noah Tincher. 3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, those 6 strikeouts playing a little bit of a factor in the high pitch count, but we'll take it. Love to see the strikeouts as that one gets away from Rutz. And will find its way to the backstop. Looked like he lost the grip on that one. I don't know what he possibly could have been throwing that he lost it that badly. But 1-1. Here to Benjamin Starrett. So that one's hit up the middle. A little bit of confusion between the 2 middle infielders. As Melvin took that one and threw that one falling into left field. I would have honestly liked to have seen Badalak take that one and throw that one with his momentum going to first base. But instead, it will be an infield single for Starrett. Second hit of the game for the Mariners. We'll get a bunt attempt, and he'll miss the bunt attempt, does Danneman. Danneman, who's been great defensively, ran that one down into mid to deep right field to end the first inning. But was caught looking his last time up. We'll see if he bunts again here. Does not. That one's right back up the middle. Knocks Rutz onto his backside. And a little bit of confusion. Another miscue out there defensively for the Joes, and runners will move up 90 feet, second and third.
Yeah, that one was bobbled out there by Miller in center. And then he decided to go to third. He probably would have had an easy play to get an out at second after both runners decided to take the risky play and go for it. But instead, he went to third. And so both guys advance.
And the Mariners in business here in the top of the fourth. And that'll load the bases. So that's the one thing that we've seen from the Joes. After some great starting pitching, have had a little bit of trouble coming in and filling the gaps to get to the end. But that'll load the bases as we get a meeting at the mound for the Joes.
And already another pitcher up in the pen for Hamilton. I believe that it's going to be Tyler Hudson. Got a righty out there on the left side. But yeah, when we talked to the coaching staff last night, the general vibe was, despite the loss, they were pretty confident in this staff. They said that, they saw good stuff from a lot of their pitchers. There were a couple of guys who had some unfortunate, outings that only went an inning or two. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, I mean, there were, probably 8 or 9 Joe's pitchers that have seen time in the past 2 games, and probably 6 or 7 of those guys didn't really give up too much in terms of offense. Just a couple unfortunate breaks for a few of the guys in the rotation.
Yeah, definitely just trying to feel some guys out here early. Nothing too serious. Just trying to find who can go where and try to give some guys their time here early as that one's set into shallow center field. Miller going to call everybody off. We will get no tag on that one. Exactly what you need if you're on the mound for Rutz. And quick out. As I was looking through the binoculars, we did get binoculars up here today. Our stats guy, Sam Hughes, brought them in. A big thank you to him. But it does allow us to see out to the bullpens, and that was 29 Hudson out there in the bullpen, Tyler Hudson. But one out, and the base is juiced for the Mariners. We'll bring up Brandon Green as Dahan just flew out. 1 ball, no strikes in this 1-0 ball game. Rutz trying to keep us in the lead so far. Would love to see a big double play here for the Joes defense. Haven't seen a double play defensively since game number 1. 2-0. Gonna find that outside corner. Repeating a little bit of action like Tincher did in his first 3 innings, finding that outside corner with regularity. The count 2-1. That one's going to be fouled to the backstop. So deuces, 2-2. 1 out, top of the 4th. Bases loaded. Rutz trying to wiggle himself off of the hook here for the Joes against Brandon Green, the Mariners catcher. And we'll fill the count at 3-2. So nowhere to put Green. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. As Rutz deliver the full count offering, and that will be hit just out of play. Parker Lester was raging over there. And we've seen Parker Lester play third base earlier in the season, I believe in game number 1.
Yeah, and Lester was a third baseman as well at Miami this spring, but Joes are going to rotate a lot of guys in on that right corner at first.
A little more athleticism over there. 3-2 is laced in the left center gap. Grant Miller hunting it down, making a diving play. They'll go back to second as that'll be cut off by Rutz as they'll check over there to make sure he went back in time. Call will be no, or yes, that he left with enough time. But a great play out there by Grant Miller saves a couple runs as the Mariners scratch 1 across.
Yeah, if Miller dives for that and misses, that probably scores 3. So that's a huge, huge play out there in center by Grant. Game is tied, but big out.
You love to see it. Did see a diving play out there yesterday by, I believe, Bennett Clement.
Yep.
So the Joes outfield definitely going back to the mantra of the no-fly zone. But 1-0 the count to Nikoluk. You got a back pick to first. Ball out of the glove of Lester's glove. Didn't seem to know it went out of his glove for a second. But fortunate that doesn't spell extra bases for the Mariners. Nikoluk, a strikeout victim, one of Tincher's 6 strikeout victims. As the runner takes off, the throw from Evan Ulrich was in time. It was off the bag. And Danneman will take third base, his first stolen base. A double steal. Clark takes second. I'm going to be honest, I thought that was a called strike, but I guess that was called a ball. So 3-0. I could have sworn I heard somebody yell strike. Might have been a fan. But Rutz back in the groove. Finds the strike zone on that one. 2 on, 2 outs, and a 3-1 count to the 9-hole Nikoluk, the shortstop for the Mariners. So that one's to the backstop. Ulrich gonna fire that one in, not in time. Backing it up is Parker Lester. And that's just something you don't like to see from the Joes. So the Mariners take a 2-1 lead. As again we see the Joes kind of throwing the baseball around a little bit. I saw that yesterday.
Our beer batter.
But that'll flip the lineup over for the Mariners.
Make some noise.
So we've seen Rutz have a little bit of trouble with gripping the baseball early. Threw one behind a batter earlier in this inning. And now throws one behind the batter again of Nikolic to the backstop. That one bringing home 1 run. The first pitch to the top of the order, Adam Ebling, is going to miss off the plate 1-0. The Mariners have done exactly what you want from them on their side. Have come out and completely responded. As that one get away from Evan Ulrich again. The throw to the plate, not in time, misses the tag. As we'll get, I thought we had time, we didn't. Runner takes third. So much confusion all the way around. As Clark takes home, and the score is 3-1 at the time. We'll check to see if Rutz is okay. Did spend a couple of seconds on the ground, which allowed Nikolic to reach third. But I believe they'll say that the tag just didn't get him in time, or the hand got in time.
I think the tag missed. I think the thing was that both the arms were outstretched by, who was that? It was Clark. The next pitch in. But I think the arms are outstretched in like the Superman dive from Clark, and I think that the tag came down on the ground in between both of them as he touched the plate. So the play was made in time, but I just don't think he made contact.
As we get a big walk here to the leadoff man, Adam Ebling. Yeah, just unfortunate. And you see this happening again for the Joes. Had a 4-run inning from the Copperheads yesterday. And it just seems like when it rains, it pours for the Joes so far.
They've had a couple of tough innings. But, I mean, on night one, the offense eventually just came back and backed it up. And this isn't necessarily a huge issue at all. Only 2 runs the deficit right now.
We'll make it 3 as that one's hitting the right field. Sam Seeker collects his first hit of the ball game, grounds an RBI, and the Mariners go up by 3 here in the top of the 4th, as we'll see a meeting at the mound, likely spell the end of the day for John Rutz. Nikolic comes in to score, Ebling to second, and Seeker with the RBI single. And it will be the end of the day for John Rutz, who pitched 25 pitches, records 2 outs, gives up 4, still 2 runners on base, who he will be responsible for. We'll be right back with the pitching change, stats, and all that jazz here in a second. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or Reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Top of the fourth inning, pitcher on the mound going to be Tyler Hudson as we have a call to the bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Miller Coors. But we'll bring Voorhees to the plate as the Mariners have batted around here in the fourth. Voorhees, who is 1 for 2, singled in his first at-bat. Now bats with 2 runners on and 2 outs. It's the first pitch going to find the zone. One pitch, 1 strike. Good outing so far for Tyler Hudson, as he'll look to get the Joes out of this inning with just 4 given up. Put out a bit of a fire as the count moves to 1-1. Stats on Tyler Hudson over there, Luke.
Yeah, Hudson, most appearances in the college spring season of any Joe's pitcher coming in, 20 for Southern Indiana. 2-2 record with 3 saves. He pitched 31 2/3 innings and had an ERA of 4.83. Walked 20, struck out 34. Just about 32 innings pitched.
The Joes would love a big punch out here, as that one misses low. But Hudson, a little bit of a crowd. Did hear a couple of fans get a little rowdy when his name was announced. So got a little family here, friends and that sort, as they look to get a big out here for the Joes in front of the fans. And as Voorhees even in the count, 2-2. Voorhees, one of the 6 Tincher strikeouts. That came in his 3 innings. As we sit here in the top of the 4th, 4-1 our score. The Mariners have come back and put 4 in the 4th to take the lead, 4-1. The 2-2. Gonna be in there. Ring him up. Caught him looking. Another backwards K for the Joes pitching staff. Puts out the fire for now. Leaves 2 runners on for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Joes will look to scratch and claw their way back a little bit, chasing 3. We'll be right back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs.
Four-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008.
Bottom of the 4th inning as the chicken dance plays here at Foundation Field. It is Chick-fil-A night here at the park, so seems fitting to have the chicken dance. It'll be Patrick Hawthorne and Ulrich to try to claw their way back after the Mariners have put up 4 runs in the top half of the inning.
Bottom of the fourth for your Joes, a right fielder number 8.
Same pitcher on the mound, and Gabriel Torres. The bright spot, as we talked about in the break, is that the Joes have been able to put some hits together against Torres. It's definitely not a Sean Peck or a Jake Jordan situation from last night. As the first pitch to Patrick, going to miss low.
Yeah, and Patrick had good contact his first time up, lifted it up right side, and Danneman covered probably 100 feet from second base all the way to the right field line in the outfield to make the catch.
As the 1-0 misses low. Yeah, I need the Amazon Web Service type numbers on distance covered on that one.
Yeah, it was a long way. I mean, that was in foul territory almost on right field.
As the 2-0 comes in, misses up. The thing we've seen with Torres so far is that he's been accurate, and then he's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit.
We saw Lester actually was the last batter go ahead 3-0, and he actually swung.
And we'll see that there. 3-0 going to be hit to Nicoluk. Nothing doing over there for the Joes, as that'll be out number 1. I'd like to know what the official statistics are on swinging on 3-0. I don't know if it's beneficial or if it's not. Because you'd think you'd see something a little better, but at the same time, I wonder how many of those go for ball 4 and how many of those are actually pitches in the strike zone. But either way, we'll bring up Riley Hawthorne as the first pitch to him will miss off the plate. Hawthorne, one of the 4 Joes to reach via the hit, be Hawthorne, Bridges, Melvin, and Miller. As that'll paint the outside corner 1-1. Brandon Green doing a good job on that pitch at least. I haven't been watching it too closely of bringing that ball back into the strike zone. Or presenting, as we like to say, as us catchers. But that one pops out of his glove, and the count moves to 2-1. Riley Hawthorne, as we mentioned, did not play yesterday, but 1 for 4 on Tuesday, and now 1 for 1 here in game number 3, looking for some more damage, adding the count 2-1. And that one's fouled to the backstop. So right on top of it, but just a little under it. Some bad contact so far in this at-bat. I look to switch things up as he had an absolute ripper up the middle on his first time up. As Torres will try to open the back door, but that one will stay closed for now. 3-2. Just the 1 out so far here in the bottom of the 4th. 4-1 our score. Mariners put up 4 in the top half after the Joes put up 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. So Hawthorne sends that one in the left field. Stare at range to his right. Slightly. Will make the catch for out number 2. But better contacts throughout this game, that's for sure. Definitely seen more outs. Actually, knock on wood, have not seen a strikeout from Torres so far. We'll bring up Evan Ulrich. As he'll swing at the first pitch. Foul that one to the backstop. Just 46 pitches for Gabriel Torres. Saw the pitch count go up a little bit in the 3rd. After I believe he was at 13 through 2. As the Joes have been a bit more patient in the 3rd, and now have been a bit more patient here in the 4th. 1-1 the count to Evan Ulrich here with 2 outs in the 4th. That one is set high into the air, but that's going to get out into the parking lot. If you want to come to the park and get yourself either a free car wash or, you know, that kind of stuff, there is some stuff that we do between innings. I thought that there was a glass one. There's not a glass one that we have. As the 1-2 dropped, I thought maybe he tipped that and dropped it, but that's going to be a swinging strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Gabriel Torres. Will retire the Joes in order 1, 2, 3 to go to the top of the 5th inning. 4-1 our score. We'll be right back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
Woman-owned and family-operated, M&G Body Shop has a honest and dependable staff that has over 30 years of experience bringing cars back to life. M&G Body Shop can get your car back safely on the road, providing a wide variety of services including bodywork, frame adjustment, painting, total loss evaluation, window and glass repair, collision repair, alignment, insurance claim reports, and paintless dent repair, and more. Visit M&G Body Shop at 12018 Hamilton Avenue in Cincinnati or call them up at 513-851-9056.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers
Top of the 5th. Sterrick going to bat for the second inning in a row as he led things off in the 4th. Part of that big 4 inning for the Mariners as they took a 4-1 lead. He'll face off against a new pitcher, though. That's Tyler Hudson, who came in last inning. He'll spray that one to Tyler Melvin, or Tristan Melvin, rather, as he'll field it on the backhand. Flip that one over to Lester over at first, and that'll be 1 pitch, 1 out for Hudson.
Second baseman, Jacob Dannerman.
So 1 pitch, 1 out for Hudson. Trying to keep things efficient here on the mound. First righty the Mariners have seen is Jacob Dannerman, going to watch that one on the outside corner. A different look, especially with the amount of righties that the Mariners have. That one is hit high into the air, going to find its way out of play. And Dannerman will go down 0-2. Almost wonder if it was strategic throwing 2 lefties out back-to-back, because we have seen quite the number of lefties in this Mariners lineup, probably more than you'll see regularly as that fastball is pumped by him. Another strikeout for this Joe's staff. Puts 2 outs on the board. Tyler Hudson's been relatively good coming in relief. 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, Joe's strikeouts number, I believe, is up to 8 now, if I'm not mistaken. So good job by this Joe's staff. Had a bit of a hiccup in the middle, but Hudson along with Tincher have been really good.
And he'll pump that outside corner again. Carson Clark will go down 0-2. Already 1 strikeout in the game for Carson Clark. Reached via the hit by pitch in the 4th, came around to score. As he'll swing and miss. So swing and miss stuff all the way around. Another strikeout for the Joes. Make that 9 for the staff. 3 for Tyler Hudson. A quick top half of the 5th will bring us to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
Are your clothes still dirty after going through the wash? Is your fridge failing to keep things cold? Pay Appliance Service offers superior home appliance repair in Hamilton, Ohio, so you can get on with your day-to-day activities. They are a family-owned company offering fast and reliable appliance repairs. Their skilled service technicians work on a wide variety of brands and home appliances, providing quality repairs on everything from dishwashers to microwaves. Go to their location at 780 South Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard or contact them at 513-285-3519. Planet Fitness strives to create a workout environment where everyone feels accepted and respected. That's why at Planet Fitness Hamilton, Ohio, we take care to make sure our club is clean and welcoming, our staff is friendly, and our certified trainers are ready to help. Whether you're a first-time gym user or a fitness veteran, you'll always have a home in our judgment-free zone.
Bottom of the 5th going to be Badlack, Bridges, and Contact as the Joes trail by 3. Still Gabriel Torres out there on the mound. Be his 50th pitch of the outing so far, as we've seen the Mariners ride their pitchers, starters at least a little longer over the last couple of games.
Yeah, you and I talked about it a little bit in the break, Blake, but Grand Lake with a smaller staff compared to some of the other teams in the Great Lakes League this early in the season, so not as many guys to rotate in.
Badalak will square the bunt, pull back in time. If I'm not mistaken, it was Badalak that tried the bunt earlier, or was it Miller? It was one of the two that tried the bunt earlier, pushed a great one down the third baseline that went just foul. As that one misses out off the plate, 2-1. Torres, after having a semi-rough third inning, giving up the 1 run off 3 hits, has been good on the other ends of that, with retiring the Joes 1, 2, 3 in the first and the fourth, and just the 1 single from Riley Hawthorne in the second, helped out by that 1-4-3 double play. But 2 balls, 2 strikes to Clay Badalak, who's 0 for 1 for the Joes so far, as he fights another pitch off. Badalak, who had a great game last night, went 2 for 2 and reached in all 4 at-bats. Adam Silva hit by a pitch, reached twice via the walk, had a run scored, and stole a base. As the 2-2 going to miss off the plate, fill the count at 3-2. You'd have to say if the Joes can get a leadoff runner on, it really goes the right direction for them, as they've brought 2 leadoff batters on base. That one's going to be hit softly to Danneman. He'll have to come to his left, make a quick transition from the glove. Will do just that. Get it over in time for the first out of the inning. I suppose announcer's curse right there. Happens every time.
Third baseman, Walker Bridges.
With the ground up to Danneman, who's had some work already in this game. Kind of a Joe's favorite so far, as the ball seems to find him regularly. I believe that's the 4th time he's been involved in a play. 5th time as I count the double play. But that'll bring up Walker Bridges. Walker Bridges, a single in the third, but was hung out to dry after a back pick from Green, as he goes down 0-2. Torres just coming right after these guys. No sign of any movement in the Grand Lake Mariners dugout or bullpen or anything. They're just kind of riding this arm, and why wouldn't you? He's been good so far. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Held at the plate from Green, and that'll be another strikeout for Gabriel Torres.
Left fielder, Caden Konzak.
So after no strikeouts through 3 2/3 innings, has struck out 2 of the last 3 Joes batters. We'll bring up Caden Konzak. And he'll send a seed up the middle. My goodness. A little wake-up call for Gabriel Torres, buzzing the tower on the mound, but Caden Konzak will reach with his first hit of the game. And that's part of the Joes' game plan gone right. Laced that one into center field on the first pitch he saw. Where we got Tristan Melvin, who doubled and had scored the only run for the Joes. Kind of a good part of this lineup for the Joes. Melvin, who doubled in his first at-bat for the Joes, recorded his first hit of the season. As he'll square the butt, pull back in time, but the pitch will find the outside corner. Melvin, who doubled, Miller, who brought home the RBI, sits in the on-deck circle. Just trying to string a couple of together here are the Joes, as they have 5 hits, and that one finds the outside corner. Winning in hits, but not exactly the category you want to be winning in, as the Joes trail 4-1. And that one in the dirt, Brandon Green, again called on to make a good stop behind the plate. Keeps that one in front and keeps Konzak safely over there at first. The 1-2 to Melvin, off with the pitch, and rather unfortunate from Melvin as Daneman was coming over to cover the base. He was right there to just step on second for out number 3. 4-1 our scores. We go to the top of the 6th inning. The Joes still trailing by 3. We'll be right back with the top half. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
Queen City Hospice is your local, independently owned and operated center that is dedicated to providing patient-centered care and support to residents of the greater Cincinnati area in whatever place they call home. We understand that our staff is the most important aspect of our organization, and that is why we hire only the most qualified and compassionate individuals in the industry. This is why our care is second to none.
Hungry Joe's fans, stop by Richard's Pizza before, during, or after the Hamilton Joes game. Order a pizza that was voted #1 best pizza in Butler County, or order one of their famous Italian steak sandwiches at Richard's Pizza, located on 417 Main Street. You can order online or stop by Richard's Pizza for your next delicious meal.
Tyler Dehan.
7, 8, 9 due up to face the buzzsaw that's been Hudson so far. DeHaan, Green, and Nicoluk. 2 of the 3 who, or I guess all 3 are over. But Nicoluk has reached and actually came around to score in that 4th inning. The first pitch to Tyler DeHaan. Going to be in there for a strike. Taylor Hudson working quickly. Shades of Noah Tincher. Just getting the ball back, getting the sign. He's working rather quickly. The count 1-1 on Tyler DeHaan. As that is going to miss off the plate. Battle of the Tylers here. Tyler Hudson on the mound. Tyler DeHaan at the plate. As Hudson looks to come out victorious yet again. And blows the fastball by him right there. Big swing and a miss from DeHaan, who has popped out to shortstop in his first at-bat, flown out to center. That's Grant Miller out there in center for his second at-bat as Tyler Hudson tries to paint that outside corner and will miss. And we go full. Tyler Hudson, who had a 7-pitch inning last inning, is now up to 5 here on the first batter. Make that 6 as he will throw 7 pitches to Tyler DeHaan, matching his last inning total. 3-2. Throws him on the inside corner. Caught him looking. Another strikeout for Tyler Hudson. That's strikeout number 4. And strikeout number 10 for this Joes team. I have to count looking. I believe that's 5 looking. 6, rather. As Brandon Green will step in and try to keep things rolling against Tyler Hudson. That one misses up. I'm not entirely sure where that's gonna miss. It has to miss up. That's the only place it can miss, but that one's ripped. Speared over there at third base by Walker Bridges. Some quick hands over there at third. They don't call it the hot corner for nothing.
Andrew Nicoluk.
So that'll bring up Andrew Nicoluk, who's been good defensively for the Joes, or for the Mariners, rather. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. One of the backwards Ks in the book for the Mariners. Fell victim to Tincher at the time, so this is the first righty he'll see. So 1-1 pumped by him and moves him down to the count 1-2. Looking for another strikeout is Tyler Hudson. They're going to make it an odd number 5. The 1-2 going to miss upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 6th. Tyler Hudson has crept up into the 20 pitch mark here in the inning. The 2-2. Blown right by him. There's the fastball again. Too much for these Mariners to handle. And another strikeout at the end of the inning. So we go to the home half of the 6th. The zeros are there. The Joes needing some offense. Chasing 3. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
The Robinson Fence Company of Hamilton has been serving the community for over 27 years. Receiving an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, they have been Hamilton's top choice for gating and fencing needs. Give them a visit at 1635 Howell Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-867-0080. At Smoothie King Fairfield, we believe in helping each guest meet their health and fitness goals. That's why our ingredients are chosen carefully, and every one of our blends is crafted purposefully so you can rule the day. We can find the perfect blend for you with whole non-GMO fruits, organic veggies, and no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. We're ready to serve you a healthy meal on the go with contactless pickup and delivery options. Visit us at 8744 Michael Lane in Fairfield, Ohio, or give us a call at 513-829-0824. Smoothie King, smoothies with a purpose.
Story Point Fairfield isn't just
Tonight's nonprofit of the game is Butler County Housing and Homeless Coalition. Butler County Housing and Homeless Coalition works to ensure there is affordable housing for all residents of Butler County. Well, hopefully you've rooted on the Joes pitchers already to 11 strikeouts because they hit it in the top of this inning. $500 to tonight's nonprofit of the game, Butler County Housing and Homeless Coalition. Bottom of the 6th inning here from Foundation Field.
And bottom of the 6th, we're going 1, 2, 3 for the Joes, who still chased 3, winning in the hit category 5-4. Just needing to string some together in the correct order. As we see the third baseman Ebling come all the way in on Grant Miller. And he'll hit it right at him into that 6-hole. Sliding play from Nikolic will pop out of his glove. That'll be an infield single for Grant Miller. Almost kind of a detriment for Ebling to be in that close. And Miller making him pay.
Could say, it wasn't a shift, but he kind of beat the shift there. Yeah, because had Ebling been in that normal position at third, that probably would have been a play he could have at least had a chance at. But Grand Lake probably trying to play the bunt there, maybe thinking the Joes were trying to break this game up and put together some base runners that way.
Miller with a start-stop steal over there at first. Shut it down rather quickly as Parker Lester sits in that left-hand batter's box. 0 for 2 so far. Ground out to Daneman as we get a pickoff move over to first. And a fly out to left field. I've talked about Grant Miller's speed. You saw it if you were watching the game earlier, him tracking one down the left center gap, making a diving play. As Miller's off. The throw from Green. Not in time. Stolen base for Grant Miller. As I have to think that was a ball. But big speed. Putting a runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Joes. Indeed, that was a ball. So 1-1 the count to Parker Lester, who looks for an RBI. Still a jumping lead out there for Grant Miller as that one's hit to the right-hand side. Going to be a tough play. Pops out of the glove, but right into the glove of Torres. How lucky can you be for the Mariners? My goodness.
They give each other a fist bump on the way by. Yeah, Voorhees charging in. He tried to scoop it up, and I think he was going to try to scoop and transfer all in one motion, and the ball flew out of his glove. Torres was running across his body at the time, and it hit him right in the chest, and he was able to make that play.
So 3-1, it goes down in the book, but we'll put a star by it because that's not your average 3-1 put out. But we'll move Grant Miller to third as Patrick will step in and watch the first pitch he sees for a ball. So the first real scoring chance the Joes have had since the third inning. Have not brought a runner to second in the fourth or fifth. As the 1-0 crushed in the left field. Going back. And that's going to be a foul ball.
He touched it.
Going all the way back was Starrett, was not going to make the play. Valiant effort running all the way out there. Had to cover some mighty ground out there in left field, but from all the angles up here, it looked like that one might have dropped in fair territory, but instead drops foul. And a very long strike number one for Torres, who sits at 69 pitches. This will be number 70. That one bounces away from Green. Grant Miller going to bide his time over there at third base with just the one out, not wanting to run himself off the base paths with the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Patrick Hutton, his first hit of the game. A fly out to Danneman, as Danneman made a great play going all the way out there into right field. And then a 6-3 put out his last time. As he rips that one foul, but right on top of Torres right here. Not moving an inch. Coming right after him with the fastball, and I think if he keeps throwing these fastballs, Patrick's going to make him pay. We do see Grant Miller taking a great lead, jumping lead over there at third base, and Torres kind of taking, I wouldn't say wind up, but it's kind of, it's what he's doing with nobody on base. And this slower, as that one's hitting the right field. Going back is DeHaan. I have to think Grant Miller's going to tag up. Indeed he is. The throw from DeHaan's a good one, but not in time. Andrew Patrick picks up the RBI on the sac fly to right field, and the Joes grab another run, cut the lead to 2.
Good stuff there from Patrick to get that one to the outfield. Just get one back. That's all you want. You need to get that guy on third in. You can't strand him there in that situation. So good to at least get one. Try to start a bit of a rally here with 2 outs.
And already better than yesterday. If we left the bases loaded twice yesterday and came up empty.
3 times.
That one's ripped down the right field line, but jumping out of the way is the umpire, and that'll be a foul ball.
Yeah, Joe's left them loaded 3 times. They left 2 runners on base twice. If you missed our pregame, 16 runners left on base yesterday. They left guys on in 8 out of 9 innings.
So good to see them bring the runners in scoring position across as they had in the 2 innings so far that they've scored runs. Is that one going to find the outside corner 0-2. Yeah, 3rd and 6th innings so far have seen the Joes bring runners in scoring position and have seen them bring them around on both occasions. But 4-2 our score. And 0-2 the count, as Riley Hawthorne going to fight that one off. Hawthorne, one of the Joes with the hit. 1 for 2. Singled in the second. That was a steamer right back up the middle, as Hawthorne had his first hit of the day. And will continue to fight here at the plate. Gabriel Torres climbing that pitch count up to 75 as we'll pull out the binoculars to see who's working out there in the bullpen for the Mariners. And what do you know? I don't have a great angle. But 0-2 to Riley Hawthorne here in the bottom of the 6th. Joe's already having scratched one across as the count moves to 1-2. It is a righty. 26
is
the confirmed number.
Timothy Knapschafer.
What's up with the Mariners and having long names that are tough to pronounce? My
Knapschafer.
Goodness. I believe Boltmeyer, if I'm even saying that right, is a little tougher on the tongue. And Nicoluk is the 2-2 going to miss upstairs, 3-2.
Knapschafer, big guy, 6'6", 250.
Oof.
Upperclassman, senior out of Ohio Northern.
As the full count offering comes into Hawthorne. Swing and a miss from Torres. A valiant effort but likely drives Torres out of the game as that was pitch number 79. The Joes scratch one across here in the top, or the bottom of the sixth. We go to the top of the seventh, still trailing 4-2. We'll see if we see a new hill out here for the Joes in the top of the seventh. But for right now, we're going to go to commercial. We're right back on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field. Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is safe and ready for you. Have an injury of some sort? Stop by Tri-Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine located on 3035 Hamilton Mason Road. The physicians and specialists at the Tri-Health Orthopedic and Sports Institute provide a full range of orthopedic care to ensure you don't miss out on a single moment on or off the field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872. For years, they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue in Hamilton, or give them a call at 513-896-5555.
Top of the seventh inning, 4-2 our scores. The Joes able to claw one across in the home half of the sixth. Positive progress for the Joes as we go to the 1-2-3. Another call to the bullpen for the Joes. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by Miller Coors. It'll be Tegan Bork, a little bit on Tegan over there, Luke.
Yeah, Tegan Bork out of LSU Eunice. A few guys from that solid JUCO program in Louisiana on this Joes roster. Brady will deliver that first pitch down and away. 5 appearances for Tegan this spring. Pitched 4 2/3 innings. Gave up 3 earned runs. Walked 3 and struck out 4.
That one's going to miss inside. Almost hit Ebling.
So a small sample size on Tegan, but coaches with really high hopes for this guy, thinking maybe he'll be a starter as the summer moves along.
That one is ripped into center field. Grant Miller going to come over in the left center. Couple of steps to his right and make the play for the first out. So a relatively quick first out, relatively easy first out after Tyler Hudson came out and went 2 1/3 and put up 2 zeros back-to-back, allowed the Joes to claw one back in the home half of the sixth. Tegan Bork trying to do the same thing here.
Yeah, Hudson was good. No hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts.
And we mentioned just a little hiccup in between with that 4-run inning, but on both sides, the pitching's been really good, and the at-bat, the approaches have been very good with 6 hits, just having to string some together. It's back-to-back pitches on the outside corner. 1 a strike, 1 not, as the count moves to 2-1. Tegan Bork, much like Hudson, moving quickly with that one missing off the plate. Saw Tincher do the same thing and move quite quickly and have some success, as that's a big swing and a miss from Seeker on that one. The 3-2. Gonna miss low and in, and we will have a base runner here in the top of the seventh. Manny Voorhees going to come up with a runner on first, that being Sam Seeker, who reached earlier in the game but did not advance any bases. I believe the bases were loaded at the time he was at first. But 1 out, needing a double play here, and then we'll see it. Though we won't. Badalak to second for 1. A good play by Melvin to even make the catch. As that pulled him all the way off the bag.
Number 19, Ben Sterrett.
So Voorhees will reach on the fielder's choice. But a tough play for Badilak, having to dive into the hole. Chose to go the short way on that one, as we see a big swing and a miss for the first pitch of the at-bat. But just kind of pulling the throw off the bag, as we've seen a couple of these players do the last couple of days. Nothing quite hurt so far. You'd like to get at least one. That's normally the mantra for a lot of the baseball players. But down to the count, 0-2 is Sterrett, as Bork looks for his first strikeout of the game. Sterrett will call time. Control that box a little bit. But Sterrett 1 for 3. And a single in the fourth. Came around to score as that one's hit back to Bork. And he'll go to first. Didn't even look to second on that one, but we'll get one out anyway. You'd like to see him go to second for one. But confident in his pitching, I suppose. Maybe want another batter. And Seeger moves to third. Voorhees to second. And Sterrett will move a runner over on the 1-3 put out.
Yeah, and both middle infielders actually for the Joes are playing pretty wide on that, so had Bork turned around, that would have been a tough turn.
And the first pitch to Jacob Danneman, going to be in there for strike one. You'd like to see ideally you'd like to see the leadoff, the lead runner get put out, but that's a tough play. You mentioned both these middle infielders playing not in double play depth, which is kind of strange. But even to look to third would have been a tough one to try to hum it over to Walker Bridges. So at least just guarantee one is Ulrich going to have the ball bounce away from him, and another run will come across for the Mariners. So another miscue for the Joes will bring another run across for the Mariners and leads back to 3. That one is set in the right field. Let's settle under and make the catch for the third out. One run comes across on that wild pitch from Bork as we go to the home half of the 7th. It's stretch time here in Hamilton. The Joes trail by 3. Going to see a new pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
Joe's fans, pay a visit to Alley's on the River for a night of family fun. Visit them in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-895-0186. Alley's on the River, proud partner of your Hamilton Joes. Joe's fans, pay a visit to Canes in Fairfield. Before or after any Joe's game, visit them at 5120 Dixie Highway behind the Fairfield High School Stadium or give them a call at 513-815-4414.
Frank's Glass is a family-owned glass company that has served the tri-state area for over 50 years. We are a full-service glass company providing automobile, residential, and commercial glass. Whether you need to replace a windshield, a broken window pane, or have a new shower door installed, you can count on Frank's Glass to do the job right. We're located on Route 4, Dixie Highway. We are 2 blocks north of Jungle Gyms on the opposite side of the road. For more information, contact 513-829-8284. For 50 years and counting, Envision Partnerships has been dedicated to the creation of a healthy, safe, and drug-free environment throughout all of Butler County. For more information, our location is 2935 Hamilton Mason Road, and the phone number is 513-868-2100.
Chick-fil-A in Fairfield, Ohio, your proud sponsor of the Joes. Find them at 6305 South Gilmore Street in Fairfield, Ohio, or call them at 513-860-1915. Find their menu at chickfila.com.
A local
Bottom of the 7th, 5-2 our score. Mariners on top of the Joes. As the Mariners are bringing a new pitcher, that's going to be Timothy Knapschafer. to face Ulrich, Badalak, and Bridges. We mentioned Knapp Schaefer the last half inning, the last time the Joes were up. Any stats over there on Knapp Schaefer?
Yeah, I'll take a look really quick. Don't have them on my fingertips right now, but I'll get them up in a second.
5-2 our score. Evan Ulrich, Badalak, and Bridges going to come up to try to claw their way back here for the Joes. The first pitch looks like it's going to be a slider. Miss inside as Knapp Schaefer looked to have some velo in the in-between warm-up pitches. The 1-0. Going to hit the inside corner. There's that fastball for Timothy Knapp Schaefer. We mentioned how tall he was, 6'6", 250, competing with, I believe, Dane Hall. He was the taller one, Big Hall, for the Joes. Who's 6'6", 240. That one's hit softly, but right at Danneman. And that play will be made. 3 pitches, 1 out for Knapp Schaefer.
This past season, Knapp Schaefer at Ohio Northern University appeared 9 games with 4 starts. Had 1 save, struck out 23 and 25 in 2/3 innings, had an ERA of 6.31, a record of 0-3.
1 out, and now Clay Badalak up at the plate. The fastball pops the glove on the outside corner for the first strike of the at-bat. Badalak over 2, looking for his first trip on base today. Fly out, ground out. There's that one right down the middle of the plate for Knapp Schaefer. He commands the zone. Quite a quick game so far. I believe we're under 2 hours so far here in the 7th.
Yep, hour 42.
So we've really been moving, really been pitchers' duels aside from just the 1 inning for the Joes. So the count moves to 1-2 on Badalak. Let's get something going for the Joes here in this middle to bottom part of the order. The 1-2 going to be fought off at the plate. Kind of a very fought swing, reaching out, just trying to get some bat on it on that one. The Knapp Schaefer up to 7 pitches here through a batter and some change. The 1-2. Gonna miss in. Badalak moving away from that one, but I think they had a little bit of arm side run. Might have clipped that inside corner more than Badalak was probably anticipating. As the count moves even at 2-2 here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Joes trailing by 3. And he'll reach for that one off the plate and will not find it, as that'll be Knapp Schaefer's first strikeout of the inning. Will be out number 2 in the 7th for the Joes. We'll bring up Walker Bridges with 2 outs and nobody on. Walker Bridges, who is one of the Joes to reach with a single. Had a single earlier in the game, that coming in the 3rd inning. Single and a strikeout. One of the 6 Joes hits, as the Joes do lead the Mariners in hits. That being 6-4, with the Joes with 2 errors and a couple of wild pitches that have come back to bite them. So 2-0 as the sun begins to set here at Foundation Field in Ohio. Been a great day so far. Not too hot, not too muggy, and the sun's been shining all day. As that one's hit back to Knapp Schaefer, unable to get it with a 6'6" frame. Danneman coming over will make the play. So just out of the reach of Knapp Schaefer. I don't know how you do that, but will be retired for out number 3 as go to the top of the 8th inning. Joes chasing 3. We'll be right back with the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
local mainstay since 1948. Chester's Pizza has been a longtime member of the Hamilton community. You can visit them at 2929 Dixie Highway in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-892-1973. Canes of Hamilton is back for their second season as a sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. You can visit them at 1479 Main Street in Hamilton or call them up at 513-525-5650. Canes, proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Looking for the best flooring selections and expertise? Shop local with United Floor Fashions. When it comes to flooring, there's not much that we don't do and do well. Call us for all your flooring needs at 513-829-7024 or visit us at 5415 Dixie Highway in Fairfield, Ohio. Find out why so many families and businesses in southwestern Ohio have come to rely on United Floor Fashions to fill their flooring needs. Pefferly Tire and Automotive Service is a two-generation family-owned and operated repair shop. In operation for almost 30 years, Pefferly is your stop for honest and trustworthy technicians. Come and see us for all of your automotive and tire needs at 990 Main Street in Hamilton or call us at 513-894-0025. Top of the 8th going to be 5, 6, and 7 due up for, or rather 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Mariners. We're going to get a new pitcher on board. Are the Joes going to be Chase Hopewell, a family favorite. A little bit about Chase over there. Luke, who called him last year.
Yeah, Chase Hopewell with his second season in a Joes uniform. He appeared in 13 games for University of Cincinnati this season after transferring there from University of Findlay. He actually entered the portal before last Joes season, and his performance earned him a scholarship offer to play for the Bearcats. Last year, Chase appeared in 14 games. 12 of them were relief appearances. Pitched 36 and a third innings, gave up 28 hits, 8 earned runs, walked 18, and struck out 53 with an ERA of 1.98. Chase, as you mentioned, Blake, is a fan favorite with the long hair. He's a local guy from Baden High School and now playing his college ball nearby as well. Chase throws really hard. He's really entertaining to watch, and everyone around this team is very excited to see him back for a second season. Great to see Chase making his first appearance tonight for the Joes.
And same battery mate as well with Evan Ulrich behind the dish. As you hear the big crowd roar for Chase Hopewell. He'll face Clark DeHaan and Green. Neither have recorded a hit so far, but Clark has reached and come around to score on a hit by pitch, that being in that big fourth inning, 4-run fourth inning for the Mariners as they took the lead at the time. They now lead 5-2 as Hopewell will miss off the plate a little bit on that one. Throwing rather hard. Been told he throws in the nines. Will be called on consistently throughout this year to get some big outs for the Joes. As the 1-0 off speed, gonna find the outside corner. Spotted up very well for Chase Hopewell out there. Clark has struck out twice, looking and swinging, as those strikeouts have sandwiched his runs scored. Look to make it 3 and give him the sombrero. The hat trick here for Clark as he's down 1-2 to Chase Hopewell, who looks for his first strikeout on the appearance. And the 1-2 going to hit the umpire. They got a little crossed up on that one. Ulrich was on the other side of the plate. He'll walk him around and just kind of make sure that the umpire is okay.
I recommend calling M&G Body Shop.
Yeah, that one ran in, and it looked like, I think Ulrich thought maybe it was going to actually run in and hit Clark. And so that was why it got by him. And so when Clark didn't really move until that ball was almost where he was. So Clark moved out of the way at the last possible moment. I don't think Ulrich anticipated that, and so that allowed it to get past him and run into the umpire. But everything back to normal now.
Trainer having come out, checked the home plate umpire, but the count 2-2 as that one is in the dirt, blocked by Ulrich, and the count runs full. You mentioned the amount of strikeouts that the Joes pitching staff has put up today. It's been great. They've been doing a good job of getting some good swings and misses. As that one paints the outside corner. Punched him out, caught him looking. Another backwards K. The hat trick for Carson Clark will bring up Tyler DeHaan with 1 out in the 8th.
And 12 strikeouts now for the Joes pitching.
Love to see the strikeouts and double digits on the pitching side. And Hopewell grabs his first of the inning. And returns the form right there. Finds the outside corner on Tyler DeHaan, who is also hitless and has fallen victim to the strikeout as well. The 0-1 foul to the backstop. And Hopewell again in control. Ahead in the count, 0-2. DeHaan a pop out. A fly out to center to Graham Miller. And was caught looking his last time up in the 6th. Hopewell looking to make it 2 in a row. The 0-2 just off the glove of Ulrich and back to the backstop. And the count will stay at 0-2. One of the tough ones for a catcher that a lot of coaches will call on you to squeeze is that foul tip back into the glove. A little too hot to handle on that one. The 0-2 yet again. Going to be in the dirt. Bounced in off the chest of Evan Ulrich behind the dish. Trying to get him to chase a little bit. A good pitch to kind of change the eye level from Hopewell. We'll see if they come up in the zone here. Maybe a little inside. As they will do just that. Another swing and a miss from Hopewell. Another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Hopewell. Make it 13 for the Joes staff. Back-to-back Ks for DeHaan. We'll bring up the catcher, Brandon Green.
Yeah, Hopewell is a strikeout pitcher. Last year in his final appearance, he closed out for the final 2 innings of the championship, struck out 5 in the 6 batters he faced. We mentioned the crazy strikeout count a moment ago, but 13.1 strikeouts per 9 innings last season for Chase.
That's the same amount of strikeouts we got right now, so there you go. Struck out as many as we've struck out today last season on average. The count even 1-1 to Brandon Green, who is also hitless but has himself an RBI. Had a sac fly in that 4th inning. We'll send that ball into left center field. We'll split the Joes outfielders and roll all the way to the wall. Brandon Green will find his way into second base with his first hit of the day. And I believe the first extra base hit of the game for the Mariners. Indeed, the first extra base hit of the game for the Mariners goes to Brandon Green with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Who has to take everything off out there at second. I think he had an elbow guard, a shin guard. Looking like RoboCop up there at the plate. Well, that'll put a runner at second with 2 outs. And Chase Hopewell looking to hang another 0. As that one is fouled off and out of play. 5 runs on 5 hits now. No errors for the Grand Lake Mariners. 2 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors for the Joes. Winning that hit category, but have been unable to string a few together. As the 0-1 comes in, going to paint that outside corner. And well in control of this at-bat as well is Chase Hopewell on Andrew Nicoluk, the shortstop for the Mariners, who has made a couple of good plays defensively. The 0-2 pumped right by him. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Chase Hopewell. Hangs a big 0 on the board for the Joes. So we go to the home half of the 6th. It's getting a little late here in Hamilton. The Joes chasing 3. We'll be right back with the Hamilton Joes All Wealth radio broadcast. Noonan's is your small-town destination for beer, wine, spirits, cigarettes, cigars, and more. Noonan's takes pride in serving customers throughout Hamilton, Millville, Butler County, New Miami, and Fairfield, Ohio area. Find us at 1350 Main Street in Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-868-8300.
Joe's fans, pay a visit to Miller Coors Beverage Company for all of your beverage needs. Visit them at 2525 Wayne Madison Road in Trenton. You can call them up at 513-844-4601, or you can visit their website at molsoncoors.com.
McDonald's, your proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. Visit us at 1331 Northwest Washington Boulevard, Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-887-6557.
With skilled specialists and leading-edge technology, Kettering Health Hamilton helps you get life-saving care when you need it most. Our team is experienced with a number of different services and can help you with any healthcare needs you have. Find us at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton, Ohio, or contact us at 513-867-2000. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Whether you need one surface for multiple sports or a sports-specific field build, the Motts Group is here to help. Their experience ranges from professional sports clubs to educational institutions to community complexes, fueling teams with consistent, safe, and reliable fields. Contact them at 513-548-3622 to get your new turf field.
Joe's fans, in need of insurance, United Heartland Insurance Agency has your back. A consolidation of a number of family-owned independent insurance agencies dating back to 1872. For years, they have been protecting the assets of their clients by offering comprehensive and competitive business, personal, and life insurance products. Visit their Hamilton office at 185 North Brookwood Avenue.
Bottom of the eighth, going to bring a new pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. They lead by 3, as he'll have to face contact. Melvin and Miller going to be Grant Meyer. A little bit of the stats over there for Grant Meyer, Luke.
Grant Meyer out of the University of Findlay, the junior. We got 2 guys in the game now with Findlay ties as Chase Hopewell came in to pitch in the top of the inning.
And a big guy as well.
Yeah, 6'4", 200 for Meyer.
He kind of has a funky delivery.
First pitch was outside. Yeah, so he appeared in 6 games, started 2 for the Oilers this spring. Pitched 11 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts, 13.89 ERA. So mostly a reliever in the limited appearances, but upperclassman, junior out of Coldwater, Ohio. Product of Coldwater High School. Got some solid athletics programs.
2-0 finds the outside corner. Coldwater, I'm not familiar with the area. Is that somewhere near us, or is that
I think
Columbus?
it's a little more kind of north. I think it's actually pretty close to Salina, where Grand Lake is, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of in the central west part of Ohio, you could say.
Luke Westpoli, your resident Ohio geography kind of guy here.
I think that's where it is. I can't confirm yet.
Well, the count runs full to Caden Konzak.
Coldwater High School is a pretty small school. Their athletics are in a lower division, but I believe they may have either made a football state championship game or won one in the fall.
(3-2), nobody out. Caden Konzak looking for his second hit of the ball game here as the Joes trail by 3. Get a little momentum going for the Joes. 3-2 chop softly, but gonna find its way foul. The 7th pitch of the at-bat for Caden Konzak comes right in and will not go down easily. Fly out and a single makes him 1 for 2 as we do have an arm coming out there for the Joes as Hopewell had himself quite the inning, 3 straight strikeouts. The 3-2 hit high into the air. Coming into shallow left field. There's Starrett. He'll make the play for the first out here in the 8th. We'll bring up Tristan Melvin.
Second baseman Tristan Melvin.
I'm a little surprised that the Joes are throwing a guy in the pen here. Hopewell, he had that one blemish on the record, giving up that double in the gap, but 3 strikeouts. Don't think the pitch count was too high on him, if I'm not mistaken. But
I believe it was around the 12-13 mark.
yeah, so not too bad.
Tristan Melvin going to offer. They'll say yes, he did. Tried to square around a bunt, find an easy way on. But goes down 0-1. Melvin, a double his last time up, and was kind of robbed from a single in the 5th as Konzak did take off with the pitch and kind of brought the second baseman Daneman over up the middle of the field, which is exactly where Melvin put it. So hitting the ball well is Tristan Melvin here at the bottom of the Joes order, looking to flip it over and get some positive momentum going on the offensive side for the Joes. Have had plenty of positive momentum on the pitching side for the Joes with the 13, 14 strikeouts. The number climbing up there for the Joes pitching staff. But 2-1 going to miss off the plate. You'd like to see that. You'd like to see Grant Meyer come in, be a little wild, walk a couple guys, we get some momentum going, get the fans back involved here at Foundation Field.
Joe's got a good part of the lineup coming up, too.
The 3-1 be chopped on the ground, but foul. And that'll fill the count at 3-2. Back-to-back full counts as Konzak filled it up, took 7 pitches to retire him. This will be pitch number 6 of the at-bat, Tristan Melvin. The 3-2. Big cut and a miss from Melvin, but we'll get nothing of it. And the first strikeout of the game for Grant Meyer will be the second out of the 8th.
Leadoff hitter, Grant Miller.
Do have some action out there in the Grand Lake bullpen as they're getting themselves prepared for the bottom half of the 9th. We still got to get through the 8th. Top of the order, Grant Miller. Looking to keep things moving for the Joes. Only trailing 3. And you have to think if you scratch one across here, 2 runs doesn't seem that inevitable for the Joes. In fact, game 1 6-5. After putting up 3 runs in the bottom half. That one finds the outside corner.
Walker Bridges is the Joe up in the bullpen. We mentioned, I believe on the broadcast yesterday, that he is a 2-way.
Yeah, 95 across the diamond. Would love to see what he throws on the mound.
Yeah, he's playing third in this game.
That one comes in and bounces away.
So he was available today on the basis that maybe he could come in a situation should things not go as planned.
And we did see the Joes use probably one more pitcher than they'd like to use, having to pull Rutz a little earlier than they would have liked.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday too when they had to pitch 5 guys.
And threw Fink yesterday.
Yep.
So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and nobody on as Grant Miller looks to get something going. Looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game. It's 2 for 3 so far. Came around to score. We'll square around the bunt, pull back as that ball's off the plate. And we'll see a Joe's base runner here in the 8th. The first base runner we've seen for the Joes since the 6th when they brought one runner across. But Grant Miller with some speed stole a base his last time on base, which was the 6th inning. In fact, came around to score in that inning as well, with Parker Lester grounding out to 3rd and Andrew Patrick recording the sacrifice fly. The Jumpers lead over there. They'll call him to step off and look over. Does Brandon Green. Green, who had a pretty good throw the last time Miller took off, but Miller just a better jump as we get a start-stop over there, but nothing doing. Just causing a little bit of chaos over there. That's what we love to see on the base paths. 1 ball, no strikes for Parker Lester, who was looking to get things going offensively. And that one paints the outside corner. 0 for 3, but we saw maybe a hit taken away from him the last time up when we saw that the 3-1 put out where Voorhees came in and the ball popped out of his glove and right into the chest of Torres as he'll swing largely at that one. Ball trickles away, but nothing doing. One ball, 2 strikes. The Joes trailing by 3. 5-3 our score. Grant Miller over there at first base, as he looks poised to maybe steal another bag here. Takes off with the pitch, but it won't matter. Parker Lester swings through that one. And back-to-back strikeouts for Grant Meyer here in the inning will bring us to the top of the 9th. The Joes trailing by 3, and we will have a new pitcher on the mound. We'll be right back. You're watching the All Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
The Greater Miami Valley YMCA. When communities get better, the world gets better. Discover how we positively impact the nation and how you can help us, one neighborhood at a time. The Greater Miami Valley Y, your local stop for building a healthy spirit for mind and body for all.
ADG Services is Hamilton and Fairfield's most trusted painting contractors, offering deck staining, sealing, and waterproofing, as well as drywall texturing and exterior and interior painting, as well as many other services. ADG Services is your way to go for all your painting needs. Visit them at 456 Sims Road in Fairfield or give them a call at 513-295-2767. ADG Services, a proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes. All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Top of the 9th inning, Walker Bridges coming on. We have talked over and over about his arm from third. We now get to see it all on the mound here in the top half of the 9th. 5-2 our score. The Mariners still on top as Walker Bridges looks to hang a 0 and give the Joes a chance in the bottom half. And there he'll find the zone of the first pitch he sees. Facing the top of the order, Ebling, Seeker, and Voorhees. As that one is fouled to the backstop. 0-2. Well, definitely doesn't look afraid up there. Looks like he knows what he's doing. Looks like he belongs up there. And that looked good right there, I tell you what. Very confident with that breaking ball. Throwing it at 0-2. Hung it a little bit, but probably hasn't had a chance to throw it very often, as that one almost comes in and taps Ebling. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Here in the top half of the 9th. Adam Ebling, the leadoff man for the Grand Lake Mariners, faces Walker Bridges, making his first appearance on the season. Missing a little bit on that one. Found himself ahead of Adam Ebling as he smashes that one in the left field. He'll reach with his first hit of the ball game. Reached base twice on 2 walks. The leadoff man will reach for the Mariners. He's probably been their best bat so far, really been their best bat all season. We mentioned his average up in the 430s through 2 games. Well, that'll bring up Sam Seeker, who singled in the 4th to bring home one of the 4 runs in the 4th inning for the Mariners. Walked in the 7th, came around to score in that inning, but is behind to the count 0-2. 0-2 as Walker Bridges looks for his first strikeout as the Hamilton Joe. Runner fake steals. As I thought that Seeker maybe offered at that one. They'll say no, he did not. And the count moves to 1-2. We see a pickoff move over there. Ebling has not shown any aggressiveness on the base paths so far. And now having said that, I'm sure he'll steal. But Evan Ulrich, a great arm behind the plate. As that one misses in. Looked like it could have clipped the outside or the inside corner, but Evan Ulrich set up on the outer third of the plate, having to reach across. It's a little harder to get that call sometimes. The 2-2 going to miss upstairs. So after getting ahead of both batters, both Ebling and now Seeker, the counts have run full. As that one will miss low. So kind of just struggling a little bit with putting these batters away.
First baseman Manny Voorhees.
Seems confident enough to get the 2 strikes, but has been unable to find the zone with those 2 strikes. And that puts 2 runners on with nobody out. Brings up Manny Voorhees as he finds the zone yet again. Ebling to second, Seeker to first. After a single and a walk, put 2 runners on for the Mariners in the 9th. That one's chopped on the ground. Going to be Hawthorne, the new defensive guy. Go to second for 1 across the diamond for 2. 5-4-3, easy as you like for the Joes. And mentioned that is the defensive substitution who came in for Bridges, who was on the mound. Riley Hawthorne, who was your DH today. And a big double play there. Avoids the bases getting loaded and leaves just 1 runner in scoring position, now with 2 outs. As that one fails to find the inside corner, and Starrett climbs ahead in the count 2-0. Starrett with the 1 single. He's 1 for 4. And he'll swing, foul that one at the glove of Ulrich. Singled in the 4th, came around to score. Reached third on the error out there by Grant Miller. I believe that was on a stolen base. As that one again fouled off, the count moves to 2-2. So Walker Bridges, almost in danger of being the only Joe's pitcher not to record a strikeout. As the 2-2 comes in, and that's fouled off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third over there, that's Adam Ebling, who singled to lead off the inning. As we get a call for more baseballs from the home plate umpire. Has run out of everything that he's got in his pockets. Everybody resets. And we're ready for 2-2. 2-2, 2 outs. Bridges looking to end this inning. He'll take 1 more. Count now full. Ebling, who will not be off with the pitch. No force to force him to run. So 3-2 set in the left field. And we'll end up in the Hamilton Joes dugout, or bullpen rather. as the soundbite likely scares everybody here in the ballpark with the glass shattering and the car horn. The 3-2, gonna ring him up. So Walker Bridges records his first strikeout of the year, and it's do or die time for the Joes. Coming out in the bottom of the ninth, the Joes trail by 3, 5-2 our score. We'll be right back with all the action here on the All Wealth Hamilton Joes Radio Network.
All Wealth Federal Credit Union is committed to providing for you. Through convenient online banking, home and auto loans, saving accounts, checking accounts, credit cards, and more, All Wealth can provide for all of your banking needs. Located at 6 South 2nd Street in Hamilton, they can be found on the phone at 513-868-5881 or online at allwealth.org. All Wealth, supporting those who serve us.
Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery Services, in partnership with the community, is here to provide comprehensive recovery-oriented system of care and prevention. In addition, we continuously improve the quality of life of Butler County citizens through the support of addiction and mental health recovery services. Butler County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes. Bridgewater Falls offers guests a unique shopping experience with more than 30 shopping destinations, including Target, JCPenney, Ulta, Best Buy, Michaels, Dick's Sporting Goods, and many more. Bridgewater Falls also has a wide variety of delicious dining destinations, from burgers to pizza to sushi.
Bottom of the ninth inning, do or die time for the Joes, and a good part of the order to bring up. It's going to be Patrick, Hawthorne, and Ulrich. As the Joes trail by 3. We talked about in the break that the Mariners have blown 2 leads that they have owned in the last 2 games. That is why they're 0-2. Bring a new pitcher on, that's Ethan Bobo. Apologies to the family of Ethan if we're saying that name wrong. But you got a cool last name. Ethan Bobo will face Andrew Patrick as the count moves to 1-1.
Bobo out of Lincoln Memorial University, Division II program.
As that one finds the outside corner.
Pitched 43 in a third innings for the Rail Splitters this spring, 3.53 ERA. 40 strikeouts as well.
Look to keep those strikeouts to a minimum here in the bottom half of the ninth. Patrick looking for his first trip on today. Be a great time to get it. We saw that with Bennett Clement in game number 1. Turned himself into the hero of the night, as he'll look to do the same thing. Here does Patrick, as the count has moved to 2-2. It'll be Patrick, Hawthorne, and Ulrich. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Pumped the fastball up high in the zone. The high cheese unable to be dealt with by Patrick. We'll put one out on the board for the Mariners. We talked about it. The Joes bats have come alive late in the last 2 games. And we'll look to do the same here. Brought 1 run across last inning in the ninth, or last game in the ninth. And brought, obviously, 3 across in the walk-off victory on opening day. But Bobo coming right after these Joes batters. Flips a good slider in there on the outside corner. Riley Hawthorne looking to get it done on both sides of the scorecard was part of the 5-4-3 double play that was huge for the Joes in the top half of the ninth, keeping none on the scoreboard for the Mariners, as that one's going to miss off the plate. Also one of the 6 hits on the scoreboard from the Joes. Singled early, singled in the second. Was left stranded over there at first after a 1-4-3 double play, ended the rally. And the count moves even at 2-2. So 2 straight Joes have struck out. Lester and Patrick both have fallen victim to the strikeout, as Bobo looks to keep things rolling for the Mariners. That's going to be a called strike 3. They'll say, yes, he did go on that one. Took a little longer to even get that. But down to their last down are the Joes. We'll bring up a crowd favorite on this side of the plate, Evan Ulrich, who looks for his first trip on today. First pitch buckling a little bit at the knees. That was a pretty good slider. Started on the inside part of the plate, found the middle. As the count moves to 0-1, 2 outs. Nobody on as the Joes trail by 3. And now to their last strike are the Joes. Just trying to show some fight here in the bottom half of the ninth, as the next game will be tomorrow. We'll have that for you here on the Hamilton Joes Radio Network. We'll go on the road to Richmond to face the Jazz for a little 1-game road trip. And then be right back here for 2 more, Saturday and Sunday. It'll be against the Licking County Settlers and the Cincinnati Steam. Bring the Steam home for the first time this season. The 0-2 foul back at the plate. Evan Ulrich going to fight to the last pitch, the last drop, everything he's got. Look to spark something here. I've seen it before. I've seen 2 outs give way to more than 3 runs on multiple occasions. So not out of the realm of possibility. Just needed someone to get something going here in the ninth. No balls, 2 strikes to Evan Ulrich with 2 outs. As that one misses up. Bobo leaning a little heavily on that slider. It's been good for him through the last 2 batters. As that one's also going to miss up. So Evan Ulrich with a good set of peepers up there at the plate. Just trying to keep things alive for the Joes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Evan Ulrich at the plate. Ethan Bobo on the mound has put down 2 Joes back-to-back via the K. And make that 3.
In the ninth for Joes, no runs, no hits.
So that will end the ball game for the Joes. The Joes fall to 1-2 after a 5-3 loss to the Mariners. Just that 1-run inning coming a little early with that big 4 spot. The final line score, the Grand Lake Mariners, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. And the Hamilton Joes, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes as Luke Westpoli will have the post-game show for you, but we'll take a short commercial break. The Joes fall 5-2. You were watching the All-Wealth Hamilton Joes radio broadcast.
At Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home, we don't just care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Luke West, Pulley, Blake Griffin alongside. Back here inside the broadcast booth at Foundation Field. Joe's fall to the Grand Lake Mariners 5-2 on this night. The Hamilton Joe's postgame show is brought to you by the Casual Pint. If you're looking for a perfect spot for a bite or brew before or after a Joe's game, pay a visit to the Casual Pint. Final line score in this one as Blake closed the broadcast with for Grand Lake, 5 runs off 6 hits, no errors. And they left 8 on base. And for the Hamilton Joes, it was 2 runs off 6 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. Certainly an improved mark after the 16 yesterday, but we've seen it in both the losses and even in the win for the Joes that one tough inning can really make things difficult on you in the field. The Joes give up 4 in the 4th yet again. That has been their just rough inning in all 3 games coming up to this point, and they were able to recover it in that first night. But in the past 2 days, things just haven't quite worked out the same way, Blake.
Yeah, it's just been kind of rough. Just that one inning. If you cut that inning out of all 3 games, we're 3-0. We're looking pretty good. But definitely something that's going to be rectified as we go further and we start to see guys kind of fill into their own and be a little more comfortable. New location, new mound. A lot of these guys haven't seen this mound. A couple of guys probably haven't pitched on turf mounds ever. So definitely just some adjustments that just need a little tweaking, but we're right there.
Yeah, and the 6 hits for the Joes that were spread pretty evenly throughout the game was a good sign to see after it felt like they struggled a lot to hit the ball through the first couple of days. But that's usually how things go in the summer collegiate season, getting used to a lot of these guys live ABs after getting redshirted in college and not playing, maybe just seeing limited time, also getting used to the wood bats, all the things like that. It generally takes, a week or 2 to get those bats going. So good to see that the Joes have already started to pick up more hits and spread that throughout the game as much as possible. Take a look at some of the pitching stats in this one. The winning pitcher in this one, Gabe Torres, he improves his record to 1-0. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He didn't walk any and struck out 3. And the losing pitcher on the Joes side, John Rutz, he went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned off 3 hits. Walked 2 and struck out none. Bright spot for the Joes pitching-wise, 15 strikeouts across the game as the Joes pitched 6 different pitchers in this one. Started off well, 3 innings pitched from Noah Tincher. He only gave up 1 hit, walked 1 and struck out 6. Chase Hopewell also had himself a pretty nice night in his first appearance, 1 hit and 3 strikeouts in his 1 inning of work. On the flip side, back to Grand Lake, Grant Meyer with the hold. He went 1 inning, that was the 8th. And he walked 1 and struck out 2, did not give up any runs. And then Ethan Bobo striking out the side in the bottom of the 9th to close the game out and lead us to a 5-2 final. Let's take a look around the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. Full slate of games on deck tonight. In the bottom of the 6th from Royal Oak, Michigan, Leprechauns leading the Michigan Monarchs by a score of 6-1. Muskegon took one earlier today in an afternoon start over Jet Box. That was a 4-1 final. That's actually a doubleheader as their second game is in the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 5-5 between those 2 teams. Of course, our game went final. Grand Lake defeating Hamilton by a 5-2 score to pick up their first win of the year. Lima and Sandusky meet yet again on this night, once again at Cedar Point. Lima taking that one on the road by a 4-3 score in what was a 5 o'clock start this evening. Licking County picks up the first run rule of the GLSCL season as they defeated Southern Ohio at Denison University this evening, 11-1 in 7 innings. Lima leading Sandusky in the second game of their doubleheader, 9-6. And I believe that may also have been a continuation, or rather the first game may have been a continuation of their game that was postponed yesterday. Cincinnati Steam opening up their season tonight after they were off on day one and then had their game canceled on day two, finally getting underway. And it's off to a pretty good start at Roselawn, 9-1 lead in the top of the ninth inning for Cincinnati over the Xenia Scouts. Also in the second game of the doubleheader, Michigan Monarchs leading Royal Oak by a 2-0 score, that game in the top of the fifth inning. So a full slate of games, as we mentioned. We'll be back at it tomorrow as the Joes hit the road for the first time this season. We will head to historic McBride Stadium for a 6:05 start between the Hamilton Joes and the Richmond Jazz, who are coming off the off day. Of course, Blake and I will have a call of every single pitch of every game, home and away, regular season and hopefully playoffs this year for the Hamilton Joes. Coverage will begin tomorrow from Richmond at 5:45 p.m. So, once again, we'll wrap this one up. Grand Lake taking it over Hamilton by a 5-2 score, as the Joes fall to 1-2 on the season to close out the homestand. Grand Lake improving to 1-2 after dropping two close ones to begin their year. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:05 p.m. start, first pitch. Dawson Hall, the probable starter for the Hamilton Joes. Coverage beginning at 5:45 with the Fitton Center pregame. Blake and I will have the call. Make sure to tune in here on YouTube, and make sure you remember that early start 1 hour earlier in Richmond. So until then, for my broadcast partner Blake Griffin, all of our hardworking crew here at the Hamilton Joes, we'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Joes fall on this night, 5-2 your final. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, so long.